Hey folks, this is Jadius,
And this is Baez.
and we are in the Wood League, and so are you. And today we've got a pretty interesting game. I'm pretty excited for it myself. These two players, kind of incognito. Some of you may know who they are. Some of you may not know. I'll fill you in right now. Over here, the red Protoss, oGssSKS, is actually Tester. Tester now being pretty widely regarded as the best player in the world, if not the best. Protoss in the world. It's debatable whether he's the best player in the world, but definitely thought of as the best Protoss in the world. And here, as in the green Zerg, we have FantaPrime, which we've covered before, who is JulyZerg, a pretty prolific Zerg player from Brood War. So kind of two players who have different names, but quite big players in their own rights. So pretty excited for this one.
Hey JJ, I got a quick question before we begin today.
Okay, shoot.
Are you excited about Cataclysm?
Cataclysm. Oh man, wow. Exactly, wow. I've taken a hiatus from WoW. I do play WoW. I did play WoW for a while, and kind of took the summer off. Pretty excited about Cataclysm. A lot of I actually play a hunter. I hope that doesn't make people unsubscribe from us. Uh,
You think that because we're not elite enough?
yeah,
I
I
think
play.
WoW, I guess, means that WoW is a game for noobs, and we can all accept
Uh,
that. It
yeah, for
doesn't
sure.
require any skill like StarCraft does. It's not quite the same type of game, but it's a very casual game that you can just waste time on. And it's a good game to stop playing for a while. And we've both done that. We've both taken a serious amount of time off. Anyways, here comes a probe into JulyZerg's base, just checking it out, seeing the early expo.
Yeah, super fast expand here from JulyZerg, FantaPrime. I think we've seen that in the first game that we casted of him. Pretty standard stuff from Tester over here on the red corner. Both of these players now realizing that they are right next to each other. Kind of a rare thing to happen on Metalopolis, in my experience, for you to be right next to each other. Probe going toe to toe with this drone, but another drone going to come and bail him out. Probe is going to stay alive here and continue his harassment here
Yep.
of the Zerg. Two overlords right now, kind of crawling around in Tester's base. Pretty interesting, given the ability to really get a good bit of scouting done, knowing that they're right next to each other and knowing
Yeah,
that
it looks
there's
like
no.
JulyZerg will be checking out all the nooks and crannies of Tester's base. Although this Overlord isn't going to the southwest as I would like to see it, go check out that bottom left corner of his base. But I'm sure he's gonna, check out what he needs to check out in the near future.
And nothing too out of the ordinary for Tester right now. Nothing really to be seen as far as those overlords are concerned. Cybernetics core coming out instead of a second gateway
Yep.
right away, so it looks like warp core technology probably going to be researched pretty soon.
Meanwhile, one zealot harassing the expansion of JulyZerg. JulyZerg doing a great job of keeping that drone out of danger, and now attacking, sacrificing all the Zerglings he needs to sacrifice to get rid of that zealot.
Yeah, great pincer move there by the Zerglings to take out the early harassment from the Zealot, and this early expansion is going to be up and running, full strength, with one drone doing doing tons of mining. But I'm sure more drones are on the way. Right now, Zerglings kind of crawling about the map, figuring out what there is to figure out. Right now, they're going to be in tough against a Zealot and a Stalker. Stalker is going to definitely push them back. This is not a fight that these Zerglings want to get into.
Yeah, well, one zealot can usually take out four or more Zerglings, so we just want to, check out exactly what Tester was building, and kind of psychologically, try to get him away from attacking at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I love this aggressive Zergling play, even if it's not threatening offensively. If it's really not going to destroy that much, it really ups the tempo of the game at this early stage. I feel, and really great. Exerts a lot of great map control and scouting abilities for the Zerg. Good stuff here from both players. Right now, warp core technology, warp gate, sorry, technology being chrono boosted out of the cybernetics core, so that is on the way soon, as well as a fast expansion for Tester, pretty fast by Protoss standards, but for these pro gamers, pretty standard stuff right
Yeah,
now.
moving in with Zerglings constantly is a great way to just scout, keep tabs on your opponent. Zerg here is just able to constantly, just check up on the army of Tester and see what he's got, see what he's going to be attacking with if he attacks soon.
Yeah, way more money spent so far on the army for Tester right now. JulyZerg getting a couple of spine crawlers out and mutating his hive. Don't know what tech he's planning on going to right now, but sort of holding off on the spending for the time being, seeing if these Zerglings are going to be able to sneak through, and they're not going to be able to sneak through. Good force field getting put down, and most of these Zerglings are going to get farmed down, if not all of them. Yeah, surely they all will get farmed down, and that's it for. That's all she wrote for the this early army of the Zerg. Not much scouting done as far as he's concerned. I mean, his overlords are gone. He's not really sure what Tester's up to at this point.
Well, he knows exactly what army is going to be attacking him now, and I'm sure he expects to be attacked. He has a bunch of spine crawlers down and a couple more Zerglings coming out to defend them, so I think JulyZerg is going to be fine, at least for a little while longer.
Yeah, Blink not researched yet for the Stalkers, so they're not going to be able to jump up on the high ground and put these Zerglings off their course. But these spine crawlers, I think, really a great bit of foresight for JulyZerg. These are going to keep him in the game right now. I think most players, if this were a regular game without pro players, most players would have lost the game right there to that Protoss army. But the spine crawlers are really going to do a great job of keeping him going right now and allowing him to maybe transition away from Zerglings.
Yeah, well, when you're going for a fast expand, spine crawlers are a great little tool to use to just, dissuade your opponent from attacking, And JulyZerg doing a great job of this. Now going to try for the run by again, it looks like, or at least just see what's happening at the expansion.
Yeah, it looks like he's using some pretty aggressive distraction tactics with these fast-moving Zerglings, saving up some money and going for a quick Mutalisk burst out here. This is what we saw from him in the earlier game that we casted, the first game that we casted from JulyZerg, a few weeks ago. Very standard stuff from Korean pro gamers in Brood War. The Zergs, exerting a lot of control with Mutalisks, and it looks like it's pretty much the same thing here for JulyZerg. A lot of Mutalisks coming out onto the board.
JulyZerg playing a great psychological game with these Zerglings. They're just waiting outside of Tester's Expo, and Tester knows that if he moves out his army, those Zerglings are probably going to take the time to jump in and just clean out as many probes as they can. So he's really convinced that he should be staying in his base here. Mutalisk now attacking the main.
Interesting stuff over here on the western side. I'll take a look at this Mutalisk harass right now, but JulyZerg trying to get a westernly expansion a little secretly, and Tester figuring it out, putting a pylon over by the expansion so he can warp in some stuff to get rid of that expansion. I don't know how Tester had the foresight to go check that out, but he had that pylon down really quick and doing a just great job of scouting these things out.
Yeah, I did not see that at all. Like, I was actually focused on the opposite end of the map, and now
yeah, all sorts of
this hatchery is going to be cancelled any second now.
All sorts of stuff going on here in this game, trying to cover it all for you folks. Now the Mutalisks will come to where the action is, and I can finally get to one screen where it's all going down. Looks like JulyZerg may be able to save this hatchery with this large grouping of Mutalisks, even more Mutalisks coming down, and hell, he's even going to...
force fields were so well placed that those Zerglings were stuck behind them for such a long time.
Yeah, Zerglings starting to lose their utility right now, but this hatchery got down, and JulyZerg, even as a bit of a screw you to Tester, brings his drones in before the battle is even finished and just starts mining right in front of his face, and I love that. I love that stuff. Now Tester looking a little bit annoyed, going to move out the bulk of his force, knowing that hatchery went down and has begun to be mined. More spine crawlers out at this second expansion for JulyZerg, being really defensive here.
Yeah, Tester's got a lot of stalkers on the board. He definitely has the counter to those Mutalisks out there. Those Mutalisks are not going to engage the army of Tester, but they are always great at harassing, and I expect that's what JulyZerg will continue to do with them.
Looks like Tester has intentions of getting this northwest expansion here for himself, trying to even up the score as far as income and expansions are going, and this is going to be a pretty even battle here between the Stalkers and the Mutalisks. Maybe not enough sentries there to give the Stalkers the advantage, but the Mutalisks being whittled down, maybe JulyZerg just a little bit of a hesitancy there, not knowing if he could take down the Stalkers. It was very, very close. Stalkers full shields though, probably a good decision on his part.
Yeah, those Zerglings were just too weak to really do much to that army of Tester. And they all ran in, but I'm not sure if they did anything. They kind of distracted the Zealots, but Tester's good enough that he's going to focus down those Mutalisks with his Stalkers.
Good blinking action here from Tester, pushing those Mutalisks away so that the Zealots could take care of the small contingent of Zerglings trying to flank them on the other side. Great stuff there to prevent the Mutalisks from having any real effect in that battle. More Zerglings being made right now, and looks like JulyZerg converting all his production to roaches to try to quell this. Stalker and Zealot army.
Yeah, Zerglings are great against Stalkers, but Tester does have that contingent of 4 to 5 Zealots out in the front line, which really make Zerglings totally useless.